We are back, y'all boys, recording this the day of UFC 327. We're not going to do no yapping, but we're going to get straight to the predictions. We want to get this over with as fast as possible, bro. The first fight we're going to be going over is Kevin Gastelum versus Vicente Luque. This is like watching my two uncles fight at the barbecue, bro, the cookout, bro. Like, what is this matchup, bro? Why is Vicente Luque moving up to middleweight? This is just a really weird matchup I never thought I would see. But if I had to put money on it for my prediction, I'm going to pick Kevin Gastelum. Kevin Gastelum has looked better in his last few fights. I know he faced Joe Pyfer, and he got knocked down like 3 times by Joe Pyfer, but he did survive the whole time with Joe Pyfer. And Vicente Luque is coming off a loss to Joel Alvarez, and then the fight before that, he got submitted by Kevin Holland, my GOAT, who we're going to be talking about later down the line type shit. But yeah, if I had to pick, I pick Kevin Gastelum. Kevin Gastelum is better on the feet. He's more slick. Yeah, Vicente Luque has a long reach advantage, but I just trust Kevin Gastelum way more than I trust Vicente Luque. Vicente Luque at this point in his career is just a punching bag, man. It's sad to say. It's sad to talk about Unc like that, but it's just what it is today. And Kevin Gastelum's a pretty decent wrestler. I know he got fucking submitted by Sean Brady, but Sean Brady isn't no bum, bro. Sean Brady, yeah, he can't take a punch, but he's a very good wrestler. He's an elite grappler. So, yeah, I just don't see a really path to victory for Vicente Luque here. Like, I don't know. It's just old and washed. Like, more washed than Kevin Gastelum. But it's still all love to Vicente Luque, man. Next fight, Marquel Medeiros versus Chris Padilla. These prelims, man. These prelims are really good. Like, this Miami card is very good prelims. If you do not know Medeiros' style is kind of like this kickboxer that he just kicks at range. I don't want to say he point fights, but he kind of does point fight. I don't think he has a finish in the UFC, if I'm correct right now. And Padilla is more of a pressure fighter. He tries to put the pressure on you, tries to put the cardio on you, test your cardio for all 15 minutes you guys are fighting. And he's a pretty good wrestler. He does put great wrestling pace out there. And Medeiros, I feel like Medeiros is just sliding by his competition right now, while Chris Padilla is winning more dominantly. Or I wouldn't say dominantly. He's not super dominating any of his opponents, but he's winning more clearly than I see Medeiros winning. And I don't really want to compare Medeiros to Jai Herbert, but I'm going to compare him to Jai Herbert. And I think Padilla beat Jai Herbert, man. And they kind of have, him and Medeiros kind of have a similar fighting style. And he just put the pressure on Jai Herbert. And I think he's going to do the same exact thing to Medeiros. So I'm going to pick Chris Padilla to win this fight via decision. Next fight, Mateus Gamrot versus Eston Ribovic. This is a banger right here. A ranked lightweight fight this early in the prelims. I don't know why it's this early in the prelims, but you know, whatever. We got the Gamer, and I don't know if Esteban Ribovic has a nickname, so we're just going to call him Esteban. All right, I think everyone knows the style of Gamrot, man. Very good control wrestler, probably one of the best at 155. Gamrot's coming off a loss to Charles Oliveira. He did step up on short notice, and he did get dominated that fight. But it's Charles Oliveira, so it's not really anything to be ashamed about from Gamrot. But what does kind of scare me for this fight is the fact that he lost to Dan Hooker, and he wasn't able to really take down Dan Hooker and control him, which we literally seen Armin, which Armin is elite. Armin's probably, I think he's the second best lightweight in the world right now. So that's not really anything to be not proud of Gamrot. But BSD took down Gamrot. Or BSD took down Dan Hooker, my fault, I'm sorry. And he was controlling him, man. He finished him in the second round. Gamrot lost to Dan Hooker, man. People forget, man. Gamrot lost to Dan Hooker. And Esteban is a fun striker that likes to scrap, man. He literally likes to bring you into a scrap. He wants to fucking dogfight you. He does have the best striking defense. He does get hit quite a lot. But I don't really think that's going to be a real big threat because Gamrot's striking isn't very good, in my opinion. But Esteban hasn't faced someone on the level of Gamrot yet, especially not the level of wrestling of Gamrot, which does kind of scare me for Esteban. But at the same time, every Gamrot fight, he gets dropped, man. Like, every single fight he's in, he gets dropped. And do I think that Esteban will let Gamrot recover if he drops him? My pick for this fight is a close fight, man. This is kind of almost like a 50-50 fight. But I'm going to go Esteban to actually win this. I think he's going to catch Gamrot, and I think he's going to finish him. Because, yeah, Gamrot does get dropped, and he does have very good recoverability, where he does recover pretty fast. But I just don't think Esteban's going to allow him to recover if he does drop him. There is a world where Gamrot controls Esteban for 3 rounds, and then he wins a 29, 28, 30, 27 around there. But we're just going to lean Esteban, and I wouldn't be mad if Gamrot ends up winning. I don't hate Gamrot. Gamrot's a pretty decently fun fighter to watch, I guess. He's pretty decently fun to watch. He does make wrestling kind of seem fun. He has fun scrambles, and he's been a gatekeeper for a while. So, yeah, maybe he can keep the gate closed from Esteban. But we're going to have to see. Esteban, we still don't forgive you for Golden Freddy and Terrence McKinney, though, buddy. Yo, I don't know why my Google just randomly switched to dark mode. Like, I always had it in dark mode, but I guess it was in light mode before or whatever, I guess. Next fight, Kevin Holland versus Randy Brown, man. My GOAT, Kevin Holland's fighting, man. We all know Kevin Holland, man. Kevin Holland has a crafty submission game and he's a weird striker, man. He's lengthy as fuck, so he can get away with his weird striking. He's even lengthier than fucking Randy Brown. He has a little longer reach than him, but Randy Brown, if you don't know Randy Brown, he's been in the UFC for a very long time. Kind of crafty vet. He's a lengthy kind of kickboxer. He can sit there and kick you up all day. Maybe land like a nice little right hand that will shake you. And that's just Randy Brown's style, man. Randy Brown really just gatekeeps the top 15, even though it's like he's like right outside top 15. He gatekeeps right outside top 15. Kevin Holland, he'll look like literally a champion or a championship contender one fight and then look like absolute shit the next fight. That's just my goat being inconsistent, I guess. I think Kevin Holland's gonna get it done, guys. It might be a little biased. I might be a little biased. I think he's gonna get it done. Because Randy Brown is very chinny. And Kevin Holland can land a right hand that will probably shake Randy Brown, shook him up a little bit. And then if they go to the ground, Kevin Holland's submission game is just so much better than Randy Brown on the ground. Even though Kevin Holland isn't a good wrestler on the ground. That's a flaw in his game. But if they get to the ground, I can see Kevin Holland easily submitting Randy Brown. And guys, I have a really good reason for picking Kevin Holland. Kevin Holland recently has been a lose-2, win-1 fighter. And guys, he's on a 2-fight losing streak to D-Rod and Mike Malott, which Mike Malott cheated and he kicked him in the nuts like 4 times. He should have had a point deducted, but we're not going to talk about that right now. That's a conversation for another day. But yeah, he lost 2 fights. It's time for Kevin to win, guys. Kevin is winning. Next fight, Patricio Pitbull versus Aaron Pico, the Bellator superstar matchup, man. This is a championship fight in Bellator. If you don't know Patricio Pitbull is a very good, well-rounded MMA fighter, man. He has nasty KO power. Well, I don't know if he has nasty KO power anymore because he is kind of old. You see 38 years old, man. He's old as fuck. And in his prime, he had some nasty KO power. He's still pretty accurate. He does land a lot of nice jabs, hooks, crosses. Yeah, he looks pretty nice. His kicks are kind of nice, too, a little bit. Kicks are kind of mid, actually. But he has a pretty sneaky submission game, too. Pretty decent wrestler. Aaron Pico, All-American wrestler. He's not as old as Patricio Pitbull. He's 29. Aaron Pico has some fast hands, too, man. When he was facing Lerone Murphy, his hands look fast. His hands look quick. And he honestly looked way better than Pitbull in the debuts. But Pitbull did face Yair Rodriguez. And he didn't get finished by Yair, while Aaron Pico got finished by fucking Lerone Murphy out of all people. But going off both of their performances in the UFC, I know Pitbull beat Dan Ige, but I don't hold Dan Ige that high right now, man. 50K Dan Ige in the big 2025, 2026 is not what he used to be, man. I'm going to pick Aaron Pico to win this fight. He looks better in his 2 minutes versus Lerone Murphy. That's so crazy to say. He looked better in his 2 minutes. His hands look faster. He has some KO power on him, man. I honestly think he could pit Pitbull down. Maybe Pitbull proves me wrong and he fucking slumps out Aaron Pico and shows Aaron Pico's a fraud. But I think Aaron Pico faced Lerone Murphy. Lerone Murphy's pretty good, man. So I don't know. Getting knocked out by Lerone Murphy is kind of concerning, though. And Pitbull is pretty accurate, man. But I'm going to say Aaron Pico just because he looked quick. He looked fast. He had pretty decent wrestling. Lerone Murphy is a pretty good. Well, Lerone Murphy doesn't have very good takedown defense. He's good at getting up, but when he did take down Lerone, he was able to keep him there for a little tiny bit before Lerone got right back up. So I'm gonna take Aaron Pico in this fight just because he's younger and he looks faster. In the primes though, prime for prime, I would 100% take Pitbull. But today in the big 226, we're taking Aaron Pico, guys. In another Unk fight, we just have a whole bunch of Unk fights in Miami. It's the barbecue cookout fights, bro, I guess. Cub Swanson versus Nate Landwehr. The combined age of this fight, I think, is 79. Yeah, it's quick math right there. It's fucking genius. Quick math. If you don't know Cub Swanson's style is he's an Unk, very old, 42 years old. He's powerful for an old man. He's powerful for a big Unk. He has that granddad strength. And he has some pretty slick boxing. And Landwehr, the way I describe his style is he just comes to scrap. What DC say? They're fighting. They're just fighting out there. That's literally how I describe Nate Landwehr's fights, bro. He literally just goes out there and starts swinging for the fences and tries to make everything a little scrap. There's not really a lot for me to talk about this fight. I'm gonna take Cub Swanson to win, man. I'm gonna take the Unk retirement fight. Unk's going out with a banger fight because Nate Landwehr is pretty fun to watch, and so is Cub Swanson. So I think it's gonna be a banger fight, and I think Cub Swanson's gonna get it done and then retire, put his fucking gloves up there, and then hope he gets a 5-minute retirement like Michael Chiesa did and Anthony Smith. Bro, I cannot wait to watch this next fight. Dominic Reyes versus Johnny Walker, the battle of the glass chins. Someone's getting chinned. Someone's going to put out cold for sure. Johnny Walker, his style is just chaos. Caveman chaos. Flying knees, jumping, up kicks, fucking doing bullshit. Emoting, doing bullshit. Not MVP emoting though, because Johnny Walker just does bullshit. Because MVP just sits there and dances at range. That's bad bullshit. Johnny Walker does good bullshit. Dominic Reyes, very talented boxer, nice hands, fast hands, and everyone knows I feel like everyone knows Dominic Reyes, man. Like he fought John Jones, he arguably beat John Jones, so everyone knows Dominic Reyes. Saying all that, guys, you have to hear me out here. I think Johnny Walker's gonna win, guys. He's the younger guy. He just beat that prospect Zhang, and guys, I was dreaming. I was taking a good nap after school. I finished all my work. I was taking a great nap. And a dream came to me that Johnny Walker beat Dominic Reyes and knocked him out. And I'm like, I woke up and it's a vivid dream, man. I feel like people above were trying to tell me something, trying to tell me that Johnny Walker is going to beat Dominic Reyes here in Miami. So I'm going to take Johnny Walker. I'm going to listen to my dreams, guys. I'm going to take him via flying knee too, round 1. But I literally wouldn't be surprised at all if my dreams were lying to me and Dominic Reyes comes out here and fucking chins him in like a minute. So I wouldn't be very surprised to me. But the dream came to me that Johnny Walker's getting it done, so Johnny Walker's getting it done. Next fight is our boy Curtis Blades versus Josh Hokett, the personality. Before I get into this fight prediction, Josh Hokett, what the fuck are you doing in the weigh-ins, everything? Like, these 3 characters he has, like, what is this, bro? Like, I'm not mad at you for marketing yourself, but, like, you could chill it down a little bit, bro. Like, going up to Yuri and say you're gonna cut his head off with a lightsaber and make a fucking human centipede, bro. What are you talking about, bro? Like, you're chatting pure bullshit, man. But Josh Hokett's marketing himself. You can't get mad at someone for marketing themselves. So I don't totally hate Josh Hokett. I don't even really hate him. He's just marketing himself, and I see what he's doing, I guess. I see what he's trying to do. Saying all that, I'm gonna pick Curtis Blade to win this fight, and I'm gonna tell you why right now. Curtis Blade, the crafty veteran, man. I can't pick against the crafty veteran Curtis Blades, man. Curtis Blades, I know his wrestling hasn't looked as great recently, but he faced Kuniev, and Kuniev just beat Almeida, and that win is aging very badly. It isn't, bro. He's actually aging pretty well. I know beating Almeida is like, oh, it's fucking Almeida, but Almeida arguably beat Volkov. I think Volkov honestly robbed Almeida that fight. So beating Almeida, it clearly isn't super fucking easy. So yeah, that, and I know Josh Hogan's a pretty good wrestler. Well, I think he's actually a very good wrestler, because he did whoop Denzel Freeman very badly. Denzel Freeman isn't the best competition, clearly, bro. He's like a pacifist or something like that. And Josh Hogan's kind of fast. But I just don't think Josh Hokett has the punch power to pick Curtis Blades out, and I don't know how good Josh Hokett's stamina tank is, man. Like, we really haven't seen him fight any comp, and Curtis Blades has fought fucking the best in the world. Like, all the best heavyweights have to fight Curtis Blades. It's literally it's mandatory, man. I actually think this fight's going to go to decision. I think Curtis Blades is going to win a 29-28 decision versus Josh Hokett. I think Josh Hokett's going to gain, like, some people's respect. Not a lot of people, because, a lot of people don't like his gimmick and what he's doing. So a lot of people are going to hate on him and make fun of him when he loses. But losing to Curtis Blade isn't terrible, man. Like, Curtis Blade is the fucking top 5 gatekeeper, one of the best heavyweights in the world. And he's been one of the best heavyweights in the world for a very long time. So, yeah, I think Curtis Blade's going to win a 29-28 decision versus Josh Hokett. I think Josh Hokett's going to slow down in the second and third, and Curtis Blade's going to start get it going. I know Josh Hokett's a very good wrestler, but I think Curtis Blade will still be able to take him down. The elbows, Curtis Blade got some power in his hands. Maybe he could shake Josh Hokett, hit him with some nice jabs, crosses. And that's how I think it's going to go, man. And that reach difference, you can't look past that reach difference, man. 73 inches compared to 80, bro. Come on. Like, Curtis Blades is significantly bigger than Josh Hokett. But yeah, Curtis Blades, I think Curtis Blades is going to go out there and get it done, man. On to the co-main event, man. This was supposed to be Joshua Van versus Tutsura Tyron, man. But whatever. Azamat Murzakanov versus Paulo Costa. Wait, did I say Murzakanov? I'm sorry if I pronounced that wrong. Murzakanov versus Paulo Costa. Paulo Costa is a middleweight, and now he's fighting at light heavyweight, which is kind of weird, but whatever. Murzakanov is kind of a prospect. Yo, Murzakanov's 36 years old. Holy shit. He's old as fuck. But he is kind of small for light heavyweight, but, bro, he holds a lot of punch power. He knocked out Rockage with a jab, man. I know Rockage doesn't have the best chin, but come on, bro, with a jab. Murzakanov's honestly a KO artist with... I feel like when he enters the pocket with great timing, and he hits you where you thinks you're going to be, and most of the time you're actually there. And we all know Paulo Costa, the aggressive kickboxing style, throwing the heavy kicks, mixing it up a little bit, but mostly heavy kicks. Paulo Costa, he just dominated. Khabilov. So he looked very good in that fight, actually. The fight before that, he got dominated by Sean Strickland, But Sean Strickland is fucking Sean Strickland, man. There's no bad things about getting dominated by Sean Strickland where Paulo Costa's at in his career, man. The best striking defense in the UFC. I'm going to pick Murzakanov. I don't trust Paulo Costa moving up to light heavyweight versus someone that's already a light heavyweight. Yeah, he's a small light heavyweight, but he fucking hits like a truck. So I just don't trust Paulo Costa. Paulo Costa's been very inconsistent in his last few fights too. So I'm going to go Murzakanov by round 3 KO. Actually, no, round 2. I'm going to go round 2 KO. Now on to the main event, Yuri Prochazka versus Carlos Ulberg. Let's go for that. The style Yuri Prochazka, how the fuck do you not know the style Yuri Prochazka, man? Yuri Prochazka is probably the most entertaining fighter on the roster. He's never gone to a decision in the UFC. He fights kill or be killed. He's only lost to Alex Pereira. He goes out there and he gets it done. He puts pressure on you. He exhorts punches to figure out what you're doing, I guess. He mixes up a little bit of tomfoolery with it, like a flying knee into a punch down. And he honestly breaks people, bro. He makes you, he pulls you into this fight scrap, and he breaks you. And he pits you into the fight that he wants you to be in, and most of the time he's going to KO you. Or apparently every time he's pulled someone into that fight, he's KO'd you. Except Alex, because Alex Pereira got plot armor and shit. And Carlos Ulberg nowadays is kind of a kickboxer, a point kickboxer. He used to be super aggressive when he was first starting his career, but he used to have a lot of volume. He's put a lot of volume out there, but nowadays he doesn't really put a lot of volume out there. He kind of likes going on the back foot and counter-shotting you, which is going to be a problem for Yuri because Yuri does like to walk forward, and Yuri does get caught a lot in counter shots. So that is something to look out for, and I feel like that's the only way I'm really going to see Carlos Ulberg getting it done, if he hits Yuri with a nasty counter shot, pits him down. But I honestly don't think Carlos Ulberg has that enough power to pit Yuri down. Carlos Ulberg does have nice leg kicks, which is something to look out for against Yuri. Yuri does happen in almost every one of his fights that he faces a kickboxer, just to absorb a lot of leg kicks and get his legs battered. So, Joe Rogan's going to be screaming in the fucking commentary table how Yuri's leg is cooked and it's over. The fight's over after fucking 3 leg kicks and 1 minute into the fight of round 1. But, honestly, if I had to pick someone to win this fight, I'm going to pick Yuri Prochazka. I trust him more, man. I trust that he's going to pull Carlos Ulberg into this firefight, and Carlos Ulberg's going to have to start swinging with him. And Yuri's gonna put him down, bro. Yuri's going to KO him. I'm going to pick Yuri round 4, round 5 KO. All right, guys, that's the end of the video. Thank you for staying to the end, man. I fuck with you mad, bro. I fuck with you. I'm probably going to be on TikTok live reacting to them, so I've put my TikToks and my other videos. I'll put a screenshot up right now. Thank you for staying this long in the video. I really appreciate it. Like the video if you really want to. You watched this far, so might as well. Stay blessed, and I hope you have a great day or night whenever you're watching this. And yeah, stay blessed.